Hello, it's been a while since I posted anything. That's because I was waiting for things to get a little bit better, but they really haven't. It's been in the 30s overnight, barely, if it did make it to 50 at all during the day. So my last little bit of stuff I had to do, just haven't felt like being out there in the cold doing it. I was waiting for hopefully the weather to get a little better so I'd be a little more comfortable working out because I don't like to sit out in the cold if I don't have to. So I'm going to go ahead and post this. I still have one more component to my little center console, and that's the control lever to cut out and paint. But that's not that big of a thing. But after I get that done, paint that, I'll be able to put it all together and show you how it looks afterwards. Like I said, I've got all the components for it, which I'll lay out before I start the next episode. But right now, it's still, like right now, it's 45 degrees outside, feels like 39, winds 10 to 15, well, 15 to 20 knots, gusting to 25 knots. Waves outside, 6 foot, which isn't that bad really for a sailboat, but I'm not going to be out there. But it's just the wind chill because its temperature is still out of the northwest, so it's bringing that cold down in here. Too much wind to be comfortable in. 25 knots is, it's not bad, but when it's only in the 40s, that wind chill, like the wind chill is down to 39 degrees, I think it is outside, which is, for me, being an old man and don't have the hot blood that I used to have, that affects me a lot. So anyway, I'm just going to post this and hopefully wait for the next decent weather to get out and finish that stuff on the center console for the dinghy. But like I said, it's been a while since I posted. I just wanted to let you know I will be as soon as I'm able to. Okay, let me go ahead and get this out on the air for you. Okay, I know I told you I was going to start painting on that center console today, which I would. Temperature is about right. It's still in the 50s. But another thing, I'm going to turn you around so you can look. Okay, there we go. One thing is the temperature. The other thing is what it's going to do the rest of the day. Well, as you can see around me, there's a lot of moisture in the air, and we have rain coming in. And one thing you don't have, or you don't want to have when you're going to get ready to paint, is you don't want to have moisture in the air, or you don't want to have moisture on your paint project. So I'm going to wait on that. Okay, I'm going to wait on that, and tomorrow is going to be a better day, I hope. Today, I just have to hold on because, like I say, it's going to be damp. The wood's going to be damp. Everything, there's moisture in the air. And if I was using a latex product, it wouldn't be so bad, but I'm using an oil-based product. And you don't want, oil and water don't mix. So I'm going to have to just beg off that, unless it changes and the sun actually comes out. But they say it's supposed to be raining more this afternoon than it is right now. It's just getting started, but it is. I'll turn. As you can see out, like I said, it's misty, no sun shining. There's no breeze blowing right now, which is a change. It was supposed to be coming from what breeze we had was supposed to be coming from the south now. But you can see little flags flying over there. Still kind of a north breeze blowing, so the cool is still here. So, like I said, I'm gonna wait, give it a rest, give it one more day, because I don't want to have to do too much painting on that than I have to. You know, let me get on with my daily routine, and if things change, I'll talk to you again later. Well, let's see what kind of a day we're gonna have today. All right. Well, it's definitely a lot nicer feeling outside than it has been. It's only 57 degrees right now. It's supposed to get all the way up to all of 59, but there's not that much wind blowing. We had a good bit of rain last night, so I am going to do some painting on my little thing today, but I have to wait. You see all this, all the dock is still wet and damp, and there's still some moisture on my boat here, so you don't want to do any oil-based painting when you have moisture in the air or dampness around, because that just messes things up. So what I'm going to do is wait a little bit until all the dock and all the moisture gets burned off like it is on this side over here. There's nothing over here where the sun's been hitting it. And then I'm going to get my little center console out and attempt to do some more work on it, hopefully. Okay, what you see here is me trying to get into a comfortable position to attempt to continue some of my work that I started quite a while ago for that little dinghy redo, which is go ahead and attempt to paint my little center console piece of furniture here. Of course, I got my center console, got my paint, got my brush, and you know the old saying, you don't want to wash this, it's like washing paint dry. Well, that's why you're not going to watch me do this while we all watch the paint dry. I'll get started, and I will share with you the results after I've gotten further along in this adventure. Alright, bye for now. Well, I'm going to show you this. This is the first coat. Of course, with my shadow in the way, you can't see much anything. But you're going, that doesn't look like it's really been painted much. Well, the point being, the first coat you put on, wood will just, it's a dry thing, and it will just soak up all the moisture it can. And so this, you see, the very first coat, which is very thin looking to anything, actually got sucked into that wood where the wood needed the moisture. And I will wait and let that dry pretty well, because that'll take and actually, that little bit there will actually help seal in all that wood, and the next coat will make a difference. And I'll let it soak it up, put one more coat on it, then I'll sand it, and then I'll put the final coat on it, and that should make it come out pretty doggone good. But of course we'll have to wait and see about that. Meantime, back over here again, we had some rain last night, and I'm gonna have to come in here and bail this doggone dinghy out again. I tell you what, when I do get this whole center console thing up, I might go ahead and put me a little bilge pump in there. This is a small one, so I don't have to keep getting in and bailing all the time. All right, well, I'm gonna say goodbye for now. Let this paint dry, and I know you don't want to watch that. And then I'll get out here, out to check how long that'll take, and try to put another coat on this afternoon. Okay, I'm ready for round 2 of me and this old beastie here. It's ready for a second coat. Still a little bit tacky, but that'll be okay. This next coat should go on a lot easier. And now let it sit and dry overnight and try to get the last coat on it mañana, weather permitting, that is. Okay, time for me to get to work. Okay, there we go. That's the second coat, which, as you can see, looks a whole lot better than the first coat. But seeing how the camera really can't do it justice, there still is a lot more of the inside. Not so much. I didn't sand that as well. But I will give it a third coat, and then if I need to, I will apply some caulking in very few places and give it a fourth coat if need be. Not on the inside, because I'm not worried about that. The outside may need another coat after that. After the third one, I'm not sure. Anyway, you see it looks a lot different now than it did before. I'm going to give it an overnight. It's already cooling down out here pretty good. I'm going to give it overnight and part of the day tomorrow to cure, and then put the third coat on. Now I have to document this last thing. I get a little sanding on it for the third coat. And that looks pretty doggone slick. We'll see how it comes out. I have enough paint to give it another coat if I need to. But it'll serve its purpose well. And I did go ahead and I did bail out the dinghy yesterday. So I got a couple things accomplished. And it is Sunday. I'm going to take the rest of the day off. Bye-bye. Okay, now that I got my console kind of built, I brought it into the dinghy over here. And I'm positioning it, as you can see, with these green lines where my little attachment places are going to be. And that's where I'll take this up and I'll apply these down there with some fiberglass tabs on each end. And that should give me something to attach my center console. Anyway, that's the next step. And it's just gonna keep on going from there. Okay, well, this part is done. It's not the prettiest work I've done. I didn't have a lot to work with. Had just enough epoxy to barely get these two down. But it, like I always said, efficiency first and then looks afterwards. So these, when they get all dried up, which it will take a while, they get dried up, I'll end up putting this back on and making sure it fits. May have to adjust something here or there. And then I'll continue adding everything onto the actual center console itself. The steering, the switches, the solar panels and all that. But for now, this is what I got to show you. And I just have to hope that it will all hold and dry accordingly. Hopefully the mix was right and it will work. Otherwise, I'll be in trouble. I won't be in trouble. I'll just go back a square or two. But anyway, I'll get this in. I'll paint all this anyway. It'll look a lot better than it looks right now, trust me. But it will be functional. All this stuff, this epoxy, will all be good.